Let's talk about sex.
Oh yeah.
Not erotically, but educationally. But I try my very best to maintain a general patronage rating all throughout this video to avoid getting bashed for some explicit words that I might unavoidably utter, to be appropriately relatable to the descriptions of a few words or groups of words that have the word sex. My dear cuties, handa na ba kayong mag-aral? Madali lang to, promise. Disclaimer lang po. This video was made in such a way that is not intended to make somebody feel a sexual desire when I mention the word sex.
Oh.
So, what is sex? Two meanings: a sexual activity including sexual intercourse, or sometimes called love making, mating, and copulation. Now, the other meaning is gender o kasarian, either male and female, into which humans are divided on the basis of their reproductive functions, lalaki or babae. And that's your biological sex, the gender assigned at birth. Ano naman ang intersex? It refers to a person born with a reproductive anatomy that does not seem to fit the typical definitions of female or male, meaning the person is a hermaphrodite. Sexual identity. This is a person's self identity based on his or her understanding of and ability to outwardly express their sexual orientation or gender identity, o kung saan sila napapabilang sa LGBTQIA2S+ community. People who identify themselves as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, asexual, and two-spirit. Homosexual, a gay man sexually or romantically attracted exclusively to people of same sex or gender. Metrosexual refers to a man who lives in the city and enjoys shopping, fashion, and similar interests, traditionally associated with women or gay men. Bisexual is a person who is sexually or romantically attracted to both men and women. Heterosexual is a person who is romantically or sexually attracted to people of the opposite sex. Pansexual, a person who has the potential to be romantically or sexually attracted to people regardless of their gender identity. Transsexual is a transgender person, especially one who has undergone gender reassignment, like the sex change. Asexual is a person who does not experience sexual attraction. Sexology is the study of human sexual life or relationships. Sexual behavior, acts which gratify an individual's sexual needs. Sexual intercourse, it's a sexual activity between two people. Oral sex is a sexual behavior that involves a person using their mouth to sexually stimulate the genitals of another person. Sexually explicit material. Well, these are pornographic materials produced for the purpose of stimulating sexual excitement, arousal, or gratification. Sex appeal, the quality of being attractive in a sexual way. Sexy, a sexually attractive person. Sex bomb is a woman who is very sexually attractive. Sex object is a person regarded by another only in terms of his or his sexual attractiveness. Sexual desire is an emotion and motivational state characterized by an interest in sexual activities. Sex maniac is a person whose need for sexual gratification is excessive or obsessive. Sexual abuse is any sort of unwanted sexual contact by force or by threats. Child sexual abuse is a sexual abuse that includes a pedophile sexual behavior with a child. Sex trafficking is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring of an individual who, under threat, force, coercion, fraud, deception, or abuse of power, is sexually exploited for the financial gain of another. Sex slave is a person who is kept somewhere and not free to leave and is forced to perform sexual acts. Sexual exploitation involves a person profiting from the use of another person's body in a sexual manner in order to benefit financially. Sexual violence is any act directed against a person's sexuality, regardless of the relationship to the victim. Sexual assault refers to sexual contact or behavior that occurs without consent of the victim, like rape, erotic fondling, or unwanted sexual touching o paghipo o paglalambing ng may mali siya. Sexual harassment includes unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other unwanted verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature. Halimbawa siguro ito ay yung chancing o paghipo ng boss sa puwet. Of course, nang walang pahintulot. Sexism is the discrimination or prejudice against people based on their gender. Hindi ka natanggap sa trabaho dahil babae ka o binabay ka. Since ang topic natin ngayon is about words that have the word sex, let's learn some Pangasinan words that are related to sex as gender and sex as the act. Sex as gender is kayarian. Be a woman or laki, a man. Ano ang gender identity kapag hindi straight? Bakla o bakling or tomboy o tibo. Now for the act. Of course, a lot of things can transpire along the way prior to the sexual act. Tama? There's meeting, toipo, introduction of oneself, iparungtal. After that, you develop a feeling, liknaan. Courting, panamag o karawan follows. Then comes the big day, wedding. Bansal, the union of two hearts. Duaran puson ng tukupan. This happens because of love. Aroan. I love you, inar-aro ta ka. I love you all, inar-aro ta kayon amin.